Alrighty, so I'm just gonna try and make this one a little quicker. I know a lot of you guys are gonna call me like a white knight or a simp or whatever. It's not really like that. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm too fucking ugly to play those faggot games. But what I can say is that pretty much all of you are wrong about the whole Elfin Psyop thing. Like 6 ways to Sunday. And it's pretty fucking sad. I don't know why more people can't just recognize that they're engaging in the thrill of exclusion. You know, of course, many of you probably haven't heard this term, and any of you have taken a course in sociology or psychology in the past, like, 10 years will probably be told that the thrill of exclusion is a myth. That it's a easily observable sociological phenomenon that happens all of the time, and we've all experienced it, both good and bad. It's supposed to be a myth now because I guess it's inconvenient. Whatever. Social sciences are all faking gay anyways, right? But that's pretty much what all this really comes down to. I mean, realistically speaking, the majority of people that I'm seeing nowadays that are happy about her graduating are people that don't really agree with the leftists screaming and crying and bitching and moaning and pissing their pants about the stuff she says and does. Everyone's just kind of pretending she's worse than she is, because she's really not that bad at the end of the day. Hell, I'm probably worse than she is if you exclude all of the women moments. To be fair, woman moments are pretty bad, and she's had plenty of them. Another point that I'd like to bring up is she seems like the type of woman that's actually mentally ill. Not many of you people are actually aware of what real mental illness looks like, and I get that. So you're probably going to very strongly disagree. She's just doing it for attention. Obviously, all of the neurotypical women are doing this dumb bullshit for attention, too. I noticed the old line of attacks are gone, at least. That's great. I mean, they're probably not entirely gone. People still have that implanted in the back of their heads, for sure. About how she pretends to be a femcel, even though she's like the only fucking dumb bitch on the internet that will outright say femcels don't exist, and that she isn't one. But of course, the line of attack always was, back then, that she's portraying herself as one, and she claims to be one, which was never true. And that's kind of what all this comes down to, is all the shit people are bitching about with Elfin Psyop, most of it's not even really true. I mean, even down to the childish and overtly leftist line of attack people are using about her distributing her nudes. Distributing them. Like she's handing them out to just everybody for attention. That's bullshit. No, what happened was she's a dumb bitch, and she felt close to some people, and then sent them nudes. I've had that happen to me plenty of times over the years. I've seen a lot of titties. I know I sound like a faggot. How could any woman be attracted to somebody like me because I'm smarter than average and have a decent personality, right? No, that's fucking... We'll pretend like I'm making that up. But the difference between me and those fucking faggots that she got caught up with is that they're fucking slimy scumbags who are gonna pass that shit around when they realize she's not gonna be exclusive or serious and she's just playing around with them on the internet. In fact, going back to the original Google docu that some people like to pretend like they actually read, I looked through it. All I saw was two fucking faggot crybabies bitching about how they failed to groom a mentally ill alcoholic that was like 10 years younger than them. That's what that whole Google docu was. If you were to just give me if I were to give you the TLDR, it was that two fucking dudes were upset that they failed to groom a girl that was much younger than them. That's pretty much it. And now there's the new line of attack that she's a groomer. She's a groomer now. She wasn't a groomer 9 months ago, 8 months ago, 7 months ago. No, this is new. Now, suddenly she's a groomer? That's bullshit and it's made up. You know it's bullshit and you know it's made up. But you don't care because it's all fun for all of us to get together and shit talk and bash this dumb bitch that did something stupid on the internet. And that's where all this really comes down to. If more people were just willing to admit that they're just having fun engaging in the thrill of exclusion, I probably wouldn't care. For the most part, I really don't. I liked her content. I checked into some of her streams. I even donated. I super chatted a couple of times. I do that once in a while for smaller streamers. She's probably the biggest streamer I've ever done that for, to be honest. Mostly because I wanted her to draw something. It was one of her art streams, but that's neither here nor there. What's fucking pocket change, really? The thing is, what bothers me about it is that everyone has this, like, group idea that she's like this bad guy, and it's just fun to be a part of this group that hates somebody for being stupid. It's fucking ridiculous, especially when you consider that the Zoomerwaffen that have been attacking her for the past, like, 6 months, maybe even longer, they're just shitty piece of shit scumbags. Like, all of these Akemi fans that only tolerate Akemi because Akemi celebrates them being faggots and engaging in gay ops and harassment campaigns. That's the only reason she tolerates those fucking people, and the only reason they tolerate her is because she puts up with it and celebrates it and supports it. These fucking people are all just shitty people all the way down, and you're gonna let them set the narrative? Or hell, the sheer number of people, like, clapping like seals because she admitted to being brown? Really? Is it really that big of a deal? Who fucking cares? I don't. But what I do care about is the fact that everyone's being gay and retarded about the whole situation. Like, that's really what it comes down to, is that everybody is being gay and retarded. And go ahead and put me on the cross and say that I'm the gay retard because I'm the only one who disagrees. But that's the way it is. I disagree because I'm not gonna buy into the popular narrative. I'm not so easily swayed, especially by Zoomerwaffen faggots. I mean, you should have seen the way these pieces of shit were constantly harassing Ririgaki for a while. And at the time, Elfin Psyop was the biggest VTuber I'd seen defending Ririgaki. And how did she repay that kindness? By blocking her on Twitter and calling her a piece of shit because the same people harassing Elfin were harassing her. Very smart, very cool. Really, at the end of the day, it just seems like it was more about the thrill of exclusion than it was about actually having legitimate criticism. You could say it's all about attention, just like everyone else, but when she does it, it's a problem. Yeah, sure, I guess. No matter which way you cut the cake, she wasn't actually that bad, and you guys are just being gay and retarded about it. So I think that's short enough. I think that's good. I'm just going to cut it off here.